The Ministry of Housing and Water on Saturday hosted a series of outreaches on the East Coast Demerara as part of the implementation of the Adequate Housing and Urban Accessibility Program. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell and Minister within the ministry Susan Richreeks visited the locations at Good Hope, Luzignan and Monrepose, where scores of residents turned out to capitalize on this program.
This is a project, the Adequate Housing and Urban Accessibility Program, that caters for the vulnerable, a particular segment of our population. There are two aspects of this program. There are the core houses, and then there's the subsidies program. Now, the core houses, we have a number of core houses that will be constructed. The program has a boundary within its being implemented. No, so for example, here on the East Coast, we are up to Haslington. Originally, the project was up to LBI, but we've since received the approval for the extension that takes into consideration a number of 18 communities up to Haslington. Now, on the East Bank, the program goes all the way to Grove Diamond, and then, of course, on the West Bank within the Parfait Harmony cluster. Now, we are, as part of our implementation of our project, we are going to the community, so we have beneficiaries that come on board pending a person's available so that we can be accessible.
If there are people out there that need help, that need this assistance, but is not aware of this program, we wanted to make sure that we devised a strategy to bring the service to the people. And that's why, even though we set up a separate office on Camp Street to deal specifically with this program, we're also having outreaches and coming into communities so that people have no excuse. They are aware of the program. We're conducting proper sensitization activities, and we're coming into communities to give them an opportunity to benefit from this program. We don't want anybody to be left out. If people need this assistance, they should get it. And so we're sparing no effort to bring the service and to bring this offer of a core home and or subsidy to them. Now, this is going to create a significant impact on our people, especially during this time of a COVID-19 pandemic. We're still in the pandemic. People are still struggling economically, and we want to get this assistance to them, to our most vulnerable people. Our focus, our primary focus at the Ministry of Housing has been on home ownership, and this is one of the ways that we can help people to acquire home ownership.
As you can see from the turnout today, there is indeed a demand for programs such as these. When I look at it, I am thinking, I was just discussing with the director that we may have to go back to the IDB and Ministry of Finance and seek an extension of the program. The program is slated to end at the end of this year. More than likely we'll ask for an extension for a further 6 months to ensure we complete all that we have to do. But going forward, I see the need for this program. So we'll be going to Ministry of Finance and the IDB to continue this program going forward.
The Adequate Housing and Urban Accessibility Program is part of a $5.6 billion IDB-funded initiative, which is aimed at improving the living conditions of Guyanese.